Hey guys, back again with another video. As you can see from the title of this video, it's going to be about surviving R. Kelly. Yes, guys, I am going to be giving my reaction to this whole messed up situation. Okay, if you didn't know, guys, Lifetime has a documentary on this weirdo ass person. It started on Thursday, parts 1 and 2. I will be giving my reaction up to parts 4. I didn't see, you know, Anyway, guys, let's just get into this video. The documentary, the first part starts off with R. Kelly growing up in Chicago. R. Kelly has two siblings, an older brother, a younger brother, and a sister, if I'm correct. But I've never really seen his sister. Anyway, they grew up in a rough part of Chicago, and R. Kelly he never used to go outside. He just used to stay in the house and do music. He's always been into music since he was a kid. And kids used to tease him because he couldn't read. He has some kind of like reading disability. And then R. Kelly, stated in a clip from like years ago that he was basically molested, abused from the ages of 7 through 13. He didn't tell his mother. He didn't tell anybody. Okay, which is sad. And then his younger brother said that he believes that R. Kelly was abused because it happened to him. And he went to Robert and told him what happened. And Robert was like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So the younger brother was like, if my older brother doesn't believe me, then how, my mother is not gonna believe me. And that's a shame. So R. Kelly drops out of high school. He was on this program, Natalie Cole's like Big Break. It's something like Star Search. It came on in the 90s, but I don't remember the series. So R. Kelly and his friends, they formed this group and they ended up winning the top prize, 100,000. So that's when he signed to Jive Records. And then one of R. Kelly's assistants, he noticed that R. Kelly was hanging around the high school. Okay? Now, this is a grown-ass man in his 20s looking for girls 14, 15. When you're in 9th grade, aren't you like 14? It just didn't make any sense. And then this young lady named Javante Hawkins, she was a backup singer for R. Kelly, back in the 90s. And she basically confirmed it. She's like, her and her friend, who was also a teenager, they would be in the studio. And there was a lot of teenage girls in the studio. And it's like people saw all of this and they didn't say anything. All his workers, they saw him hanging around. They saw him with these underage girls and nobody said nothing. Nothing. Okay. So then this young lady named Lizette Martinez, she was 17. She was at the mall. Yes, guys, R. Kelly used to go to the mall and look for young girls. It makes you sick when you think about it because he's a grown-ass man, like in his maybe like 25, 26. And this young lady, Lizette, was 17. And she's like, are you R. Kelly? And he smiled and turned around and gave her a hug. And then R. Kelly's bodyguard came up and gave Lizette his number and said, R. Kelly wants to see you. So she went, she was like upcoming singer or whatever. So she went to the studio and R. Kelly was like playing, he was on the piano, what have you. And then he kissed her, and the girl ended up having sex with Robert. But she said he was the first person she had sex with. She found it kind of odd. She's 17, he's like 27. It like didn't feel right, but but it happened. So maybe like 2 years go by. She's maybe like 19 now. They're having sex, and he would like pay. It's like he would only like meet up with her to have sex. They didn't go out on no dates. It was none of that. And then she found out on the radio R. Kelly was married. Yes, guys, R. Kelly was married to Andrea Kelly. She was dancer for him, and even though he was married to this lady, he was still running around trying to see these young girls. So then they bring up the situation with Aaliyah. When Aaliyah was 15 back in 94, she married R. Kelly. they had some kind of like fake ID saying she was 18, but R. Kelly was like, 27. And then one of the same assistant for R. Kelly, he's like, he was there at the wedding and all this other bullcrap. But then Aaliyah's parents got the marriage annulled. And it's like, I don't even know why they keep bringing up Aaliyah. Aaliyah is gone. Aaliyah died in 2001. She's not there to really confirm all of this. I don't, leave Aaliyah out of it. She's not here to defend herself. So, that was the end of part 1. Then part 2 continues with Lizette Martinez again talking. And she was saying she was pregnant for R. Kelly, but she had a miscarriage. And she was, I guess, I don't even think she wanted to have, the child, for R. Kelly, so, she had a miscarriage. Then, they're talking about, like, all the teenage girls that he was, with. Was a lot of teenage girls, guys. And as I say again, nobody said anything, but they saw all of this, And then this lady named, Sparkle, the singer Sparkle from that song, Be Careful. She introduced her niece to R. Kelly. Now, that was dumb, and that was just dumb. Why would you introduce your niece to this person and you know that they're crazy? Because Sparkle is a friendly person. She'd be going around, talking to people, and she always wondered, well, why isn't anybody not, speaking back? It turns out R. Kelly told everybody who worked for him, don't talk to Sparkle. That's crazy. And then the young lady Lizette, she was saying that R. Kelly would tell her, don't look at anybody, just look at me. And one time she made a mistake of looking at somebody and then he slapped her. That is crazy. That's like controlling weird behavior. The dude is a predator and sick, okay, guys? So, part 2 ends with this young lady named, I think Lisa Van Allen. She was friends with with Sparkle's niece. And the girl was 14, and Lisa was 17. And they would have sex with, the two of them would have sex with R. Kelly. Okay, so 2 minors are having sex with a grown-ass man, and that's when part 2 ended. Part 3 starts off with the sex tape. Pretty much, R. Kelly used to record Sparkle's niece, this lady Lisa, like having sex with him. He wouldn't ask them, he would just start recording. And it looked like somebody stole the tape out of his bag. And the tape, was a VHS. There was no, DVD back then, guys. And on the tape, you could, you see the girl having sex with R. Kelly, and then he like urinates in the girl's mouth. I mean, how sick are you? What kind of sick ass person are you to do that to a child, 14? What the hell is wrong with you? And that just made me sick to hear that this grown ass man did that to this little girl, because that's what she was, a little girl, guys. And, a lot of people in 2000 started suing him. Like all the girls that were minors, they're now grown women, and they were suing, saying that he had sex with them, underage, and then he settled, but they had to sign non-disclosure non-disclosure agreements, and they got the money. But the thing is, if he was innocent, if he did not do all of these things, why would he settle, guys? So that's proven his guilt. Yes, it's alleged because he's never been convicted, but you're confirming that you did something with these underage girls. Why would you settle? You know what I'm saying, guys? And everybody was pretty much talking about the tape. He had a lawyer, and they're like, this man can't even read, so how is he booking hotels and booking flights? It's somebody that's doing all of this, because a lot of the girls used to go to his house. He can't read, so it's somebody who works for him was doing all of this, the hotel and the flights. And that was pretty much it, guys. That was from parts 1 through 3. Part 4 is the trial. The trial. I already know what part 4 is going to be about. He was on trial. They showed all the footage. The jury was so fucking stupid, excuse my language. They said that this man was not guilty. How could he be not guilty they ID'd the girl. The girl was in the court. You had the tape, but yet still he's not guilty. That's just crazy, guys. And I feel bad for all the women involved. They were taken advantage of. They were young. They were minors. Remember, at this time, R. Kelly was really popular. We're talking the middle to late '90s. It's not like now where he hardly performs. He was really out there. So if you're a teenager, you would be happy that R. Kelly, was, talking to you, you know. And he said some nonsense like he's the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper, if you've ever seen like cartoon movies, the Pied Piper would have a pipe, and he would be playing the pipe, and like he would like draw kids into him. So he was calling himself that, guys. But I guess we wasn't really paying attention back then. I was a teenager. I was 15, 16 in the early '90s. So I remember all of this, the honey love, the bump and grind. His lyrics are very sexual, guys. Maybe what happened to him as a kid, it affected him as an adult. Now he's a predator. He's, doing things that are inappropriate with underage kids, And where were the parents, guys? That's another thing. You're telling me that you don't know that your daughter, who's 15, 16, is flying out to see a grown-ass man, R. Kelly, this sick motherfucker, excuse my language, guys, but he is sick. Any man who wants to go to the mall and look for young girls is a sick-ass person, And I'm just so happy that Lifetime is showing this documentary. I mean, a lot of the things, a lot of the stuff that's being said, like we didn't really know, but now these people are coming forward, and I believe these ladies. Their stories are accurate. None of them, everybody's like saying the same, thing. It's consistent. Even his wife, even his ex-wife Andrea Kelly was saying he's a monster and a weirdo. Okay, it's sad, guys. When they got married, she didn't even know they were getting married. He flew her out to Colorado, and they were like in some kind of like hotel, and everything was set up, the music and the cake, and that doesn't make any sense. How could you arrange a marriage and not even let her know that it didn't make any sense, guys? Okay, but that's pretty much it. Surviving R. Kelly, it was really messed up, guys. It's a really messed up situation. Now the whole world knows that he is a sick ass predator. Pretty much, guys. So if you don't know anything about R. Kelly and the situation, watch this documentary, guys. It's on demand, okay? You could find if you didn't grow up in the '90s like I did, and you don't know what I'm really talking about, just watch the documentary. You'll see. And that's it, guys. I felt disgusted. I just felt bad for these women, because as I said, I grew up in the '90s. I was a teenager, guys. So these people are around my age, and we're not no old people. It's sad. It's really sad, guys. But that's it, guys. Comment down below. What do you think about this whole fucked up situation? And don't forget to like this video, guys. Don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you for clicking this video, guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.